We are going to use Sketcher most of the time because I believe that when you do engineering drawings or any kind of drawings, you should know how to sketch first. So and how to use the Sketcher program properly. For that matter, then we are going to go into the preferences and change a few preferences to make work easier for us at the moment. So let's pop into preferences of FreeCAD and we look at our general tab at the moment. From the general tab, we are going to look at the two settings. One is the size of the toolbar icons. You can set it to anything you want, but I prefer mine at medium, 24 pixels. That just works better for me at the moment. And then more importantly is auto load module of the startup. I want the part design module to auto load. Not just the splash screen or the startup screen, but the part design. That's very important for me. Okay, next I'm going to work up to say part design, and in the part design general tab I'm selecting all of these things: automatically check model, automatically refine model, and automatically refine model after sketch based operation. So shape view. If you look in the shape view, maximum angular deflection, that one, maximum angular deflection, I think it's set to 28. I've set mine down to 6 degrees. And shape appearance, I'm going to use the colors like it is here, so just to keep it in perspective like that. So there's nothing else I'm going to set here. You can obviously apply when you're done and then move up to Sketcher. And my grid size 10 millimeters in Sketcher. Auto constraints, I want show grid also to be selected. So when you start up and you start a new drawing, it shows the grid automatically. It's just so much easier to work with, else you have to tick it every time you're going to do something. On display again, font size 17, scale ratio 1. Grid, there's nothing really that I want to change here. And colors, I've changed some of my colors, but you don't need to do that. You can use default colors if you want. So if you got all these things going, just to make sure, show grid, that's what we want here. And go back to this one, shape view, 6 degrees maximum angular deflection. And then these three in the general tab on the parts design, that's what we want. So we apply, and after we've applied, we click cancel or close. You can after that. So this is what we have. The reason why I decided to go for part design workbench, this is the part design workbench. That's where we start up. It makes it so much easier for us when we already start up in a part design workbench to just do our work. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is we are going to create sketches in the part design. So part design, we're going to use that to create a body, and then from the body to create a new body, then from the body we can create the sketch. So this is basically what we're going to do. First of all, you can click on File, New, or you can just click Control New. You'll see here is two buttons. There's a Create Body button and Create Sketch, and then you've got Create Body here. And if you click on Create Body here, it will change to Create Sketch. And that's a good thing to do. So you can click on Create Sketch, and you will see it gives you three planes now: X, Y, XZ, and YZ planes. We are going to use the XY plane most of the time for what we are going to do. And then if you selected the plane, we just click OK, and now we have a screen in front of us that we can use. You also see that we in the Sketcher toolbars now. Look at all the tools that we've added. These are the Sketcher tools, and these are the constraints, and this one shows you some of the constraints that are still outstanding if you have a problem finding the constraints that you need to find. Okay, so this is how I set my screen up to make it my work a lot easier. Okay, next thing you will see here at the bottom, it shows you a little mouse thingy, and you can click on this thing and it shows some stuff for the mouse. Let's see if I can get to that part quickly. touchpad. it shows you what the mouse buttons do. Let's just see where it is. There it is. See there, you've got navigation style for your mouse. First one is the left to select something. So if I want to say make something, let's go to, we just create a circle quickly. We create the circle. There is the circle. We're going to create the circle, and when you create the circle like this, you press the right mouse button to get out of it. If you want to select it, you go on it and you click the left mouse button to select it. You can drag the thing around if you want, place it where you want it to go, as long as you haven't constrained it yet. The moment you constrain it, things cannot be changed anymore. That's very important. Okay, so at this moment I want to say just move this thing around. For our buttons, you look at the buttons there, it shows you one select, and then that's what I showed you, and then deselect to get rid of a thing. You can press your mouse button and then move it around, and you will see that you can drag it, pan it like this. You can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse, and you can zoom in and out like this. When you press the left mouse button and roll the scroller of the mouse, you can do it like that, or again you can do it the other way with the other mouse button. There you go. So it's some of the basic mouse functions that we've got. Now at this moment, this is what we've created. It just gives you an idea of how things work. Very important, when we work with this thing, you will see there's the view panes, and you can change your views to different kind of views that you have. I'll prefer to work in this view, which is basically the perspective view. And also important, this shows you degrees of freedom. Okay, let's see what we have. Degrees of freedom, everything that we have. We can we're going to model. You'll see here, if we change combo view, this is the tree view that we work on. So you double click on tree view and you're back in this view, and you can move again around like that. So if you want to, if you've gone out of this and you want to get back into the sketcher itself, you double click there and you're back in sketcher. You close this. If it's not constrained yet, you won't be able to do much with this thing at all. Okay, so let's go back to model, and that is the tree view. It also show you the solver, and snap to grid, we don't use it, but you'll see that's one of the settings that we change. Show grid all the time makes it so much easier. You don't have to go and check and uncheck the grid all the time. Good. Okay, for now, that is how I'm going to set up my program. And if you look at my toolbars, this is how I like my toolbars to just make it easier for me to find the stuff that I want to use. So in the next video, we'll start doing something with this. Thank you guys.